Welcome to Saturday night with the NBA on 2K Sports. An exciting game on the way. This is Brian Anderson with Grant Hill and Stan Van Gundy. And out on the sidelines is Allie LaForce. Already it's February. Let's see how things look out west. Taking a look at Minnesota. Right now they rank third in the conference, aiming for a high seed in the postseason. And of course the Portland Trailblazers, pretty far behind right now.
Checking out the Trailblazers, I really think they've been hit and miss thus far. I mean, they are a playoff-level team, but are they championship level? Probably not.
Yeah, and that's not a knock on them. This is where most people expected them to be. They just don't have the talent to be up there with the contenders.
Here's the starting group for Portland. We've got Henderson, Jeremy Grant out there with Denny Avdia. Then there's Drew Holiday, and it's Williams in at center. And for the Timberwolves, Conley and Ant are the 1 and the 2. Julius Randle out there with Jaden McDaniels, and it's Gobert in at the 5. All right, Coach, we're headed down the home stretch here. What's the mindset across the league?
Well, it all depends on where you are, Brian, in the race. If you're in playoff contention, then you've got a natural motivator, and that's where you're focused. If you're a team that's out of the postseason picture, you're probably already thinking ahead to next year.
1, 2, 3. Cancun. Grant's shot is off. And here's Minnesota now, and it's now 11 consecutive wins for them. They are clicking right now.
Well, you look at the discipline, the way these guys play under control. They never get out of balance when they find themselves in a hole. They just continue to fight, play their game, and enforce their own pace.
Well, Stanley was a 5-time All-Star. Chauncey Billups, just 1 year as an assistant before becoming a head coach.
Yeah, but Brian, Chauncey Billups was a guy that even when he was a player and then as a broadcaster, always thought like a head coach.
And he drops a first. And Grant, the success of teams like the Timberwolves showing that size still matters.
Yeah, in this pace and space era, that may have come into question just a bit, but size and skill combined has always been your best bet at winning.
And both free throws good for Avdia. Well, Coach, Minnesota turning back the clock last year. Most of their lineups had multiple bigs.
Yeah, and we saw how effective it was, especially on defense. Minnesota led the league in defensive rating by a wide margin, and that length was a key factor.
First quarter of play, a minute in. Outside Holiday. And blocked with his palm. What a defensive play. McDaniels from long range. Another miss. He's 0 for 2 now. Avdia with it. He's picked up by Edwards. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
I briefly spoke with Minnesota's head coach. I asked which end of the floor Robert Williams was scarier on, and Coach said, I'm definitely afraid of him as a defender. I told my guys to be very careful when going up against him, stick with it, try to draw the fouls off him as much as you can. So the plan is to turn Williams' aggressive defense against him if possible, B.A.
All right, Allie, thanks once again. Just over a minute and a half in. Holiday against Edwards. Holiday passes to Avdia. Shoots over Randle. And Avdia with the basket on the assist from Holiday.
Outstanding floor awareness from Holiday. He knows exactly when one of his guys has been left uncovered.
Minnesota has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Randle deciding where to go with it. Pass to McDaniels. Ooh, a little luck that time as it drops.
And this is something McDaniels continues to work on. Good to see him cash in off the catch.
Conley against Henderson. Williams a screen on Conley. Shot clock at 6. Shots good by Henderson. Henderson's got 5 points.
And just slippery with the ball in his hands. Henderson will dissect you off the dribble.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Conley with the ball. So far, he's averaging 11 points a game. Gobert with a screen on Henderson. Conley passes to Randall. Now Gobert. Here's McDaniels. Off target from the wing.
Well, he certainly had trouble finding the mark this quarter.
And here's Grant from the arc. Oh, rejected by McDaniels.
A swat from McDaniels. With a near 7-foot wingspan, he can cover a lot of ground.
And so Conley will bring it up for the T-Wolves. Trailing by 2. They traveled to Portland last time they faced the Blazers and came away with a win.
It was an all-out effort on defense. I mean, they stepped up for one another and helped each other out so well on this end. And
nothing feels better than a win where team defense is the main factor.
For Minnesota, they've gone just 3 for 7 here at the start. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
I like seeing Conley look for his shot because it puts defenses in compromising situations.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And he knocks down the first one. Blockbuster trades have become more the norm here in the NBA, Grant. Just ask Portland in 2023.
Yeah, the Trailblazers were at the center of some big moves, but that's just how it's done now. Entire teams can be restructured in the process of a single transaction.
And Conley drops them both. Stan, just how much of a catalyst has Mike Conley been since the Timberwolves got him?
Well, just listen to his teammates, Brian. They talk about leadership, the adult in the room, and he remains a very capable two-way player.
And Chauncey Billups calls time out here. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. And a quick look here at some of the numbers for Anthony Edwards.
And his foul shooting has looked a little weaker over the last 5 games compared to where he was the rest of the season. I know how frustrating that can be, and I'm sure he's eager to turn it around.
And we're just over 3.5 minutes into this first quarter. Outside Holiday. Henderson against Conley. Here's Grant. Again, the miss by Portland.
And it didn't register as an official block, but he did everything you want in disrupting that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
Portland trailing here. Henderson outside. Outside Holiday. It's rebounded by Minnesota. This game following their win against the Rockets.
Well, their performance wasn't pretty to watch, but in the end, all that matters is what's on the scoreboard, so they'll take that win.
Now here's Randall. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Houston.
Yeah, and he also put in major work on the boards. Just an all-around dominant performance.
This is the energy Randall provides. When he's charging inside, he wants to hammer it down.
Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Henderson for 3. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Gobert's got his 4th rebound in this one. Now Conley. He has 6. Pass to Randall. Clock at 6. And here's Edwards. Oh, Williams with the block.
Well, this is the kind of defender Williams is. Aggressive and ready to go after blocks.
The Timberwolves making a switch here. DiVincenzo's checked in. And also a switch here for Portland. Damian Lillard's checked in for Avdia.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Edwards against Lillard. Williams a screen on Edwards. Lillard against Edwards. Henderson for three. Sinks it from distance. Henderson's got 8 points.
Scoring well this quarter, picking up steam as he goes.
And here's Edwards. He had 25 points in the win against Houston. Pass to DiVincenzo. From deep, Conley. And again, it's Minnesota with a three.
An excellent perimeter offense so far. Their shooters are clearly in a great rhythm.
Lillard against Edwards. Williams a screen on Edwards. For three, here's Lillard. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. It's stolen by Holiday. Lillard outside. Shoots over Randall. The shot by Lillard, no good. Minnesota leading by 7. Conley passes to Edwards. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. It goes on Jeremy Grant.
Well, we know Edwards has an outstanding skill set, but what makes him truly special is his competitive will and ability to handle high-pressure moments.
Free throw good, Edwards. And Stan, while Edwards has pushed back, it hasn't stopped others from comparing him to his airness, Michael Jordan.
And that talk is more about how his game reminds one of MJ and less about greatness. Edwards' career is just getting started.
That one's no good.
But what you have to love about Edwards is his drive. This is a guy that wants to be an all-time great when it's all said and done.
Williams finds Lillard. And he makes it.
Yeah, so skilled offensively. Getting the ball in his hands is generally a good idea.
Henderson against Conley. Pass to DiVincenzo. Here's Edwards. Back to Conley. Now here's Gobert. 4 on the clock. That one's good. And it's Conley who picks up the assist. And the Timberwolves lead by 8.
Getting out to a nice lead. Great flow and great execution.
And it's Henderson with the ball for Portland. And Chauncey Billups calls timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. And Stan, after they traded for Rudy Gobert, it took some time for the Wolves to gel.
It did, Brian. He's a unique player, and it's a process. But obviously a 14-win improvement last season. They have found their identity as a defensive juggernaut.
And looking at the 2K leaderboard, here are the top glass cleaners over the past 10 games. Second is Rudy Gobert.
Over these last 10 games, this guy has owned the boards, playing so well as of late.
Lillard looking around. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Outside Holiday. From the wing. And it's Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's DiVincenzo. 8 points in his last timeout. Randall outside. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. They get it back.
Yeah, good to see Gobert attacking the defense like this, forcing them to foul.
He's getting his first free throw attempts of the night now. And that one falls for Gobert. Defensive Player of the Year 4 times over, Stan. Rudy Gobert tied for the record.
Yeah, Brian, alongside Dikembe Mutombo and Ben Wallace. And Gobert's capable of getting another one, too, assuming his countryman, Victor Wembanyama, doesn't start taking the reins.
So he picks up just one from the line that time.
Well, known for being an exceptional defender, Gobert also has a good sense for when he should look to score. Well, this has been a frustrating night for him, still without any points.
Now here's Randall. He's got 5. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Well, the Timberwolves, no doubt, a team to be reckoned with. Coach Chris Finch said, we come in every single night and compete. No matter what the circumstances are, we expect to win. We root for each other, so I feel like we have all the makings of a tough team.
And they have reason to be confident, Allie. Thank you.
They've been very effective so far. A balanced attack at its best.
Yeah, now it's all about maintaining this lead, but you can't start playing it safe. You got to keep attacking and executing.
Not just to score. Lillard knows it's his responsibility as the point guard to involve his teammates.
Here's Edwards. You know, his offensive production has certainly been there, averaging 32 a game. Here's Gobert, and Gobert with the stuff.
They're not wasting any time putting their stamp on this game. What a start.
Yeah, but you can't let up at all. They've got a chance to put this game away early, and they should take it.
Blazers trail by 11. Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
Pass to Grant. Fires the 3. And it's Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got double-digit rebounds now in the game.
And they've come out with a fearless approach on the boards. Something's off about him this quarter.
Yeah, and sometimes guys just start pressing. The best thing for him is to just slow it down and concentrate on solid shot selection.
Minnesota leading by 9. Pass to Gobert. DiVincenzo with it. Randall right side. Damian Lillard with the rebound.
Well, that one should be in his wheelhouse, but just off the mark.
Shoots from 14. Randall pulls down the board.
His struggles this quarter are self-evident, and the team just continues to suffer for it.
And the basket by Edwards.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Minute 32 left in the first quarter. Lillard against DiVincenzo. The shot by Lillard, no good. Minnesota's gone 3 of 6 shooting from beyond the arc. Randall left side. Lillard against DiVincenzo. Pass to Shannon. 6 on the shot clock. Over to the wing. Hey, expanding his range. Hey, great D that time from Grant. Blazers trail by 11. For 3, here's Lillard. Randall pulls down the board.
Well, you can tell he thinks he should have had that one. even harder on him when he's got a good look like that and it doesn't go down.
Shot is good by Edwards.
Their ability to space the floor has been the story of this game.
Yeah, we thought this might be the case. You see a few of those go through the net, it becomes contagious.
Now here's Sharp. Yet to see a basket. Out to the right wing. Here's Kamare. Checked by Randall. Here's Lillard. Rebound Minnesota. Gobert's got a rebound number 12 here already in the game.
They're playing with a lot of energy tonight. We can see that in their dominance on the glass. And this defense needs to turn the screws and ramp up the intensity. They're looking a little loose out there right now.
Now here's Lillard. Shoots over DiVincenzo. Anthony Edwards has been on display for the Minnesota Timberwolves. He made a big impact, scoring 12 points in the quarter. And don't go far. We'll be right back. We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Timberwolves.
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
Yeah, also, you got to appreciate how unselfish they've been. I mean, the ball movement has been impressive, and the assist numbers are off the chart.
They've got Miller, Dante DiVincenzo out there with Mike Conley. Then there's Naz Reid, and it's Shannon in at the 3. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the T-Wolves. Lillard not to be denied.
Yeah, it looks so delicate coming off his fingertips. Lillard's floater is a lethal one.
Stan, your coaching career started in the 1980s. How are players different today versus then?
Well, look, players have always shared one thing. They want to be the best that they can be, and they want to win games. But the players now are bigger, faster, stronger, and more skilled. The rules have changed, so the game's a little bit less physical, particularly at the NBA level, but the players are just better.
And, Coach, how about Naz Reid, the 2024 Sixth Man of the Year award winner?
Yeah, Brian, sort of unique. We often associate that award with shooting guards, but although he's a big, Reid is more than capable of putting up big numbers, including from long distance.
And that one falls for Reid.
Well, the biggest thing Naz Reid brings to your team, spacing. Reid can play the 5 and hit threes. There aren't a lot of guys like him.
Dillingham's checked in for Miller. And so Reid nails them both. And here are the Trailblazers now. 17-point game. Sharp against Conley. Pass to Klingon. Lillard outside. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. Well, Grant, there are few players in the league who can attack a defense from the logo, but Lillard is one of them.
Yeah, and he makes it look so easy. You have to pick him up at the half-court line, and it's been that way for about a decade.
Free throw good, Lillard.
It's amazing to come to the arena every night just to see what Lillard's going to do.
That one falls, so he hits both of them.
Yeah, great effort tonight, and he's been rewarded with trips to the line.
And it's Conley with the ball for the Minnesota Timberwolves. And after this game wraps up, they're off to Cleveland where they'll face the Cavaliers. And that'll be their only game on the road before heading back home. Avdia with a steal. it's the Trailblazers on the break. Sharp, no good.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
Conley passes to Reed. Here's Dillingham, defended by Lillard. And it's Portland with a rebound. This game coming after the loss versus the Kings.
Yeah, they found some decent looks, but the shots just weren't falling. Sometimes it goes like that.
Seems like they did all they could, and sometimes it still doesn't go your way.
Now here's DiVincenzo. No points yet. Reed to the right side. Pass to Dillingham. 4 on the clock. Deflected. Lillard with the ball. 17 points for him last game against Sacramento.
And he did his part from the line. Drew fouls and made them count. Kick to the outside, heads up play, cognizant of the entire floor.
Minnesota leading by 13. Reed with it. Outside Conley. Outside, DiVincenzo. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. And that one's good. Sharp.
That's an athletic play by Sharp, putting in the sweat to beat the other guys back on the fast break.
Now Conley. In his last outing, 8 points for him. Reed sets a screen. Out to DiVincenzo. Pass to Dillingham. Here's Shannon. Now here's Conley. Guarded by Sharp to win the drought. The offensive rebound. It's good on the putback. And the Timberwolves lead by 13.
Just one of many things Reed contributes on the floor. His ability to save plays by just being in the right place.
And Chauncey Billups calls timeout here. He wants to review the game plan. Thibault, he's checked in for Portland. And these are the best teams this season when it comes to converting points off turnovers. The Trailblazers, third.
This is a squad that will tax you for any mistake or loose ball. They know how to snatch the rock and run flat out to make sure they capitalize.
Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. DiVincenzo against Sharp. 6 to shoot. From the baseline. Good. He hits the jumper.
And it looks like Sharp is fairly comfortable in the mid-range. Having dynamic shot-making ability would be a big plus for him.
Now here's Conley. He's got 9. Pass to Randall. Launches a 3. And Klingon pulls it down.
Well, that's what the defense has to do. Make that shot as uncomfortable for him as possible.
And that one's good. Sharp.
Yeah, just pulling up on a dime there. I love Sharp's take charge attitude.
Conley against Lillard. And here's Randall. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
You know, a reliable veteran like Julius Randle is so valuable. He provides a foundation for everyone else to play off of because they know he'll be there to score and help out. He makes it easier for other players to succeed around him.
No good on that one. Stan, you're the son of a coach. Your dad was a great coach at the collegiate level. What was the best advice you ever received from him?
Well, Brian, the one that has always stuck with me is he told me in my first season, if you think you've got all the answers, it's only because you don't know all the questions. And I think that's true in everything, not just basketball.
Certain guys can remake their games to fit the times. Randall's worked on his right hand and his jump shooting. He's a much more versatile threat now at the offensive end.
Now here's Holiday. He's coming off a 13-point game against Sacramento. Lillard can't get it to go.
That was a good look from the mid-range. He'd like to have that one back.
Conley passes to McDaniels. And it's in there.
A smart idea from McDaniels, looking to convert inside.
And here's Lillard. Give him 8. Pass to Williams. Back to Lillard. There's a screen. Williams with it. Good. And it's Lillard who picks up the assist. Lillard's got 3 assists in the game.
Yeah, Williams is a selective shooter, but when he gets it inside like this, he looks to capitalize.
And so it's Conley who brings up the ball for the Minnesota Timberwolves. 17 points was their biggest margin. They double Randall. And we're going to have a jump ball.
Cool. You 2 players.
To the paint. And Williams punches it home.
Well, aside from his athleticism, what makes Williams such a great above-the-rim threat is his incredible 7'6" wingspan.
And Chris Finch calls timeout here. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. The Trailblazers making a switch here. Murray's checked in. Minnesota leading by 7. Here's Conley. 9 points in the game. McDaniels finds Conley. Pass to Reed. Just 5 to shoot. Lays it up and banks it in. Reed's got 6 in the quarter.
And Reed is a very active player. Love seeing him be this aggressive inside.
Lillard against Conley. Here's Williams. And Williams punches it home.
A strong finish to cut into that lead a little.
Man, left no doubt with that one, Grant. Minnesota's gone 5 of 10 from beyond the three-point line in this game. Pass to Reed. Outside, DiVincenzo. Outside, McDaniels. Over Sharp. McDaniels can't hit.
Well, clearly it hasn't been his best game offensively, but collectively, they've still found a way to get the lead.
Three-pointer Sharp. He buries it from 3. Now just a 4-point Timberwolves lead.
They've now had assists on each of their last 3 buckets.
The Timberwolves have gotten 5 of 8 attempts to drop since the second began. Pass to Randall. There's the triple. Yes, great play by Conley to set it up. Conley's got 3 assists now in this one.
And you got to have some confidence to fire back like that, Randall, with no shortage of confidence.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Damian Lillard last season becoming the 51st NBA player ever to cross the 20,000-point threshold and the 17th fastest to ever do it. He said it's a great accomplishment and a rare space to be in. I'm like, man, I might be able to get 27 or 28,000 if I can stay healthy. Brian, I wouldn't put it past him.
Yeah, me either. Thanks, Allie. So it's Minnesota now. Portland making their last shot. It's McDaniels on the wing. Back to Randall. Outside, DiVincenzo. Pass to Randall. Portland grabs the miss. Sharp's got 4 rebounds now. Holiday from long range. Good work defensively by DiVincenzo.
Yeah, no, he usually makes you pay from that range.
And Robert Williams picks up the foul. That'll be a second foul of the game.
Timeout.
That's 2 fouls in as many quarters. He may have to adjust his approach now.
And Chris Finch calls timeout here. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Edwards comes in for DiVincenzo. And Dillingham subbed in for Mike Conley. Avdia against Randall. Over Avdia. Oh, Williams with the block. Now the Blazers moving it up. Holiday against Edwards. Here's Avdia. And the shot is good on the assist by Holiday. Holiday's got his 3rd assist of the night.
It was a rough start for them scoring the ball, but they look like now they're really finding their rhythm and flow.
Minnesota leading by 3. Edwards looking it over. Randall on the screen. And it's Randall with the jam.
Wow, Julius Randall. We could feel the floor shaking on that one.
And here's Henderson. He'll bring it up for the Trailblazers. Next up, they'll face the Nuggets in Denver. That'll be their 2nd of 3 games total on this road trip. The Timberwolves have gone just 5 of 12 here in the 2nd quarter. Holiday against Edwards. Outside Reed. It's tipped. Avdia outside. Oh, and Reed with a block.
Well, Reed really gets after it on defense. He's a big man that loves coming up with blocks.
Ooh, took him no time at all to get that one. And now it's a 7-point Timberwolves lead.
That's a fantastic feed right there. Kicking it out for the good look. Plays like this really help team chemistry.
Now here's Henderson. He's coming off a 19-point game against Sacramento.
Yeah, and his facilitating was also extremely impressive. He was outsmarting the defense and easily connecting with ready shooters.
Portland shooting their 5th free throw of the game here. And so he hits the technical free throw. Stan, a late 1st-round pick in 2020. Jaden McDaniels, one of the top young 2-way players in the league.
Well, Brian, last season he was rewarded with a big money extension. His play tailed off just a bit, but still a key player for them moving forward.
Now here's Holiday. He's scoreless. Clock at 6. Inside. Here's Williams. And Williams punches it home.
Got to give him credit for jumping on the ball and making the most at the other end.
Boy, inexcusable at this point of the game. They got to be more composed in these moments.
Well, as a coach, turnovers will drive you nuts, but sometimes that happens when you're aggressive. So there's a balance.
Here's Dillingham. Portland making their last shot. To the middle. Now here's Henderson. Give him 8 points now. Avdia outside. Grant outside. Pass to Holiday. 6 on the shot clock. Outside for Henderson. Here's the 3. It's rebounded by Minnesota. 17 points was their biggest margin.
Gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
Reed with it, guarded now by Williams. Down low. And he slams it in one-handed.
Talk about taking advantage of the opportunity.
How about the anticipation right there that led to the steal? Then he goes straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
And Minnesota with possession here. Following the bucket by the Blazers. Edwards, no good. Holiday against Reed. Holiday passes to Williams. Off the outside. Outside Holiday. Lets the three fly. Gets the three ball to go. And the Trailblazers lead by 1.
Look, Holiday makes more than enough of those to keep the defense honest.
For Minnesota, they've gone 6 of 14 in the second quarter. Randall against Avdia. Pass to Edwards. And that time also a missed shot. The Trailblazers shooting an outstanding 61% in the second. Offensive board. Williams misses. Randall inside. Defended by Avdia. Outside Edwards. Fader on the way. Yep, count it. Edwards got 4 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, not sure why he faded away there. Sure looked like he had plenty of space.
And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. The T-Wolves on top, up 1. And we'll be right back after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
Big Diesel, Kenny the Jet, Ernie Johnson here. But before we dive into the scintillating analysis of the first half, let's check out the power rankings.
Checking out the Trailblazers, hard to tell if this team has the drive that's needed to take to the next step. In fact, they're actually going the other direction.
They have talent, man, but they haven't been able to sustain that effort, and it feels like the guys are starting to get frustrated.
And moving on to the Timberwolves now, they're in the midst of a close game.
Their work on the glass has been superb tonight, chasing down every miss there, Ernie. That's their mindset.
Yeah, you can tell it was a focal point of their game plan coming in, and they've made good on that. And that is going to do it for us. Let's get back to some second half action with Brian Anderson and company.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams trying to gain an edge. Boy, you got to like what we're seeing from Anthony Edwards.
Through the first 2 quarters and change, his perimeter shooting continues to be spot on.
Yeah, he's been locked in tonight. Through the first 2 quarters, he's been a huge factor from outside.
Portland trailing here. Checking out the group for Chauncey Billups to start the second half. Scoot Henderson out there with Drew Holiday. Then it's Jeremy Grant. Then there's Avdia. And it's Williams in at the 5. Minnesota's gotten 6 of 11 threes to go in this game. Outside Conley. Outside Edwards. Shot clock at 6. Here's Gobert. And another basket for Minnesota.
Yeah, the defense will live with that shot, but give Gobert credit for extending his range.
Henderson with it, off the outside. Pass to Williams. And Gobert with a block. And for those tuning in, we're about a minute into this second half. Conley passes to McDaniels. Randall against Avdia. Now here's Conley. Back to Randall. Fires the three. Williams grabs the board. Williams has got his 5th rebound in this one. Avdia finds Henderson. Here's Williams. It's blocked by Gobert.
Nice play by Gobert, providing elite rim protection for over a decade.
Doubled by Randall. Henderson for 3. Randall pulls down the board. Randall's got 7 rebounds in the game.
Well, 4 failed attempts to start this half. Not what they wanted out of the locker room.
McDaniels against Grant. Williams grabs the board. Williams has got 6 rebounds here tonight. McDaniels against Grant. Now Henderson. Give him 8 points now. To the inside. And out of bounds. Minnesota will have it. And the upcoming schedule for the Minnesota Timberwolves. On Monday, they'll be matching up against Donovan Mitchell and the Cleveland Cavaliers. And then on Wednesday, they'll take on Giannis Antetokounmpo and the Milwaukee Bucks.
And you know, for that matchup with Oklahoma City, this is one we've all been waiting for. 2 of the best teams in the league going at it. And you know whoever wins is going to be viewed as a finals contender.
Now here's Conley. He's got 9. Pass to Edwards. Floats one. Oh, it's blocked by Williams.
And with that miss, they're just 1 for 4 to start the 3rd quarter.
Holiday passes to Williams. Robert Williams. One tough customer right there.
Well, a bit of a cold start to the second half. They need to settle down and get some better looks.
And Chris Finch calls timeout here. He's going to talk it over with his guys. And since we have a second, let's take a glance at which shooting guards have shot the ball the best from the line over the last month. 5th, Anthony Edwards.
I mean, just a terrific group. All of these players are in danger of getting red hot from outside at any given moment.
Well, it's the kind of reliable shooting a team needs from the 2 spot. It makes the defense work a lot harder when they have to stay active all over the floor.
Avdia against Randall. Outside Edwards. Right wing. Gobert passes to Randall. Lets it go from deep. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
This is not how they wanted to start the second half. Just 1 of 5 so far.
Avdia can't get it to go. Minnesota in the lead. It's deflected.
Yeah, boy, Henderson has a flair for the dramatic. What a block.
Grant with it. Now guarded by McDaniels. Avdia can't get it to go.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother him.
And here's McDaniels. Checking his stats. He's scoring around 9.5 points per game. Here's Henderson. Oh, he packs it down.
That is incredible.
And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Yeah, he's just explosive. I mean, Scoot gets off the ground in a hurry and puts some emphasis on it, too.
There's the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, capturing the moment. Now here's Edwards. They trail by 1. To the middle. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call.
Tough one. In a game where every possession is valuable, turnovers can make the difference.
And Chauncey Billups calls timeout. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. For Portland, they've gotten just 25% of their shots to fall since the half. 2 for 8. Henderson scanning the floor. Rebound Minnesota. Randall's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. Here's Edwards. Oh, the finish inside by Edwards.
Well, when Edwards gets this hot, all an opponent can hope to do is limit the damage.
And so Henderson will bring it up for the Portland Trailblazers. Just 4 points. That's all they've given up here in the second half. Pass to Avdia. Henderson outside. Here's Holiday, guarded by Edwards. The putback. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Trailblazers lead by 1.
Relentless effort from Williams, the board and the bucket.
Here's Conley. 9 points in the game. Outside McDaniels. That one's good. And it's Conley who picks up the assist. McDaniels got 7 points.
And when McDaniels is hitting this, look out, because it opens up everything else for him offensively.
Williams against Gobert. Now here's Williams. 12 points for him. Williams with the screen. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. It goes on Mike Conley.
You have to love how Scoot Henderson plays beyond his size. I mean, using the quickness and agility to get the better of bigger players. I mean, that's impressive for a young guy to be doing.
That's good from Henderson. The 3rd pick in 2023. Henderson anointed as a franchise piece, but he took his lumps in year 1, Stan.
Well, Brian, look, the hardest position to play in the NBA is as a point guard. And so this guy has the athleticism and the skill, but there's so much to learn in terms of decision-making. This guy's going to be a very good player. Well, Henderson has a lot of talent. He's a dynamic guard who plays with a real swagger and energy.
Outside McDaniels. Pass to Randall. To the paint. And stolen by Williams. Here we go, 1-on-1. Here's Grant. Oh, Grant throws it down.
Well, Grant does a good job of running the floor and capitalizing before the defense gets set.
Here's Conley. He's got 9. Randall, a screen on Henderson. Randall outside. Pass to McDaniels. 6 on the shot clock. It's Edwards on the wing. Outside Conley. From deep. And they get it back. Another shot. Inside. Gobert puts it in.
They've been dominating the boards tonight, yet it's still a close game.
Portland has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the 3rd. Henderson, the pass to Williams. Now Holiday. Williams, a screen on Edwards. Holiday from long range. Rudy Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got rebound number 17, if you can believe that. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. Grant, when it comes to Anthony Edwards, fair to say he's meeting expectations so far.
Oh, no question, B.A. The first overall pick in the 2020 draft, Edwards has been anything but a bust. Now we are seeing him trying to compete for titles.
The Timberwolves making a switch here. DiVincenzo's checked in. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Stan, LeBron James is widely regarded as one of the most intelligent players in the league. Who else stands out to you as far as basketball IQ?
Well, Brian, that's a tough question. There's so many of them. Nikola Jokic, Luka Doncic. There's just so many intelligent guys in this league. Fans that think it's all about athleticism don't understand how intelligent the best players are.
They grab their own miss. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Gobert. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Damian Lillard.
And the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. That's not what you want, and I'm sure it's something he's well aware of.
Portland has gone 1 of 4 here in the third from range. Pass to Williams. Lillard with the ball. Outside Sharp, 6 to shoot. The 3 ball. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Randall's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Here's DiVincenzo, and Dante DiVincenzo is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul.
And they just keep making mistakes. I mean, that's back-to-back turnovers, which easily could have been prevented.
Klingon, he's checked in for Williams. Boy, you love how guys are making plays for one another here.
Yeah, just a balanced attack, a total team effort.
Now here's Lillard. He's got 11. Hits a three-pointer.
Back-to-back threes, making their defense work on the perimeter a bit.
Conley against Lillard. Picked it out of midair. And it's the Trailblazers on the ball.
Wow.
And so difficult to defend. Sharp has 3-level scoring ability, and he is prolific.
Timberwolves trail by 5. Outside Edwards. Will it go? And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Yeah, and you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Trailblazers.
Well, look, you have to be able to count on energy and effort every night, and they're showing a lot of it with their transition buckets.
And another note, how about the way they've cashed in off turnovers, taking advantage when given the extra opportunity?
Free throw good, Edwards. And both free throws good for Edwards.
And we've seen some good free throw shooting in the second half.
Trailblazers lead by 3. Lillard outside. Pass to Klingon. Soft touch off the glass. Klingon's got 6.
And I love the balance for Lillard between scoring and passing. That time finding his teammate for the great look.
And it's Conley with the ball for the Timberwolves. Randall outside. Picked by Gobert. Ooh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. He's made 1 and missed 1 so far at the line.
Shoot 2.
And the first one at the line is good. Reed's checked in for Rudy Gobert. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Portland leading by 3. Lillard outside. Grant against DiVincenzo. The jump hook. Minnesota with a rebound.
Yeah, and they hold the lead in spite of his cold shooting night. He has not been able to get it going.
Conley passes to DiVincenzo. Now here's Reed. Clock at 6. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Well, that was clearly a foul.
That free throw no good from DiVincenzo. Thibault, he's checked in for Grant. Both free throws good from DiVincenzo. Portland leading. Outside Sharp. The three is up. That's miss number 5 on the night. 6 for 11 now. Minnesota has got 7 of their 16 three-point attempts to go in. Here's Dillingham, guarded by Sharp. Reed to screen on Sharp. Pass to Shannon. For the lead. And Clingan pulls it down. It's a neck-and-neck game here in Minneapolis. Outside Sharp. And here's Lillard from beyond the arc. Reed with the rebound. Reed's got 4 rebounds now. Minnesota has gone just 1 of 6 from long distance here in the third. The shots just aren't falling. Pass to DiVincenzo. Puts up a deep 3. Thibault with the board. Well, the Trailblazers shooting a disappointing 38% down low. Here's Clingan. Reed defending. And he can't stop the drought. Another miss. The Timberwolves shooting about 31% here in quarter number 3. Left side Conley. Jacks up a 3. Rebounded by Kamari. And he ends that fast break chance. An intentional foul. That's a textbook example of the transition take foul rule. This will be his 3rd free throw of the game. Free throw good. Lillard. Lillard with the ball. The 3 is up. The shot comes out. It's still anybody's game as we reach the end of 3. Portland ahead, up 2. And time to step away quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the 4th quarter. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And from the 2-guard spot, an unselfish play like this sets a fantastic tone.
Yeah, well, he looked like a pass-first point guard on this assist. Incredible instinct to feel the play develop and set up the score.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this 4th quarter promises to be a good one. Julius Randle out there with Jaden McDaniels. Then there's Dillingham. Then it's Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Reed in at the center position. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Randle left side. 5 on the clock. Here's Dillingham to tie it up with the clock winding down. And it's Randle with the jam.
A relentless offensive rebounder. Randle simply does not give up on the boards.
Now Sharp. Stolen by Reed. Outside McDaniels. Pass to DiVincenzo. Here's Dillingham to take the lead. Knocks down the long J. Now it's a 3-point Minnesota lead.
And defensively, how do you leave them that open in crunch time?
Outside Thibault. Back to Sharp. Thibault finds Sharp. Here's the pick. The 3. Dillingham with a rebound.
Well, he had 6 points from beyond the arc in the first half, but yet to get it going here in the second.
Oh, what tremendous focus to absorb the contact and find a way there to finish.
And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
Well, I love how connected they've been defensively. They're right into shooters and piling up block shots.
They're also finding a lot of points tonight off a transition play, running the floor and using the fast break to beat the defense.
A defensive ace. Jaden McDaniels gets the toughest perimeter assignment every night, using his length, athleticism, and effort to frustrate opponents.
Here's Klingon. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth. Lillard outside. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. It's going to be on Naz Reid.
Just a highly effective free throw shooter. You cannot afford to give Lillard too many looks from the charity stripe.
First one falls. And both free throws good for Lillard. The Timberwolves lead by 4. Pass to DiVincenzo. Here's Dillingham. Inside. 6 on the shot clock. And they're pushing it up. Here's Sharp. And he jams it home with authority.
And this guy has some bounce. Always fun seeing Sharp hammer it home.
Here's Dillingham. Pass to Randle. A touch under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Good on the shot.
Oh, what a crafty move, causing the defender to pause right there.
Thibault on the wing. Fires for 3. Pure from 3-point range.
Growing his passing game. Sharp knows being able to reliably create for others will really round out his skill set.
And Chris Finch calls timeout here. He wants to make sure everyone is aligned, given the situation right now. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Chris Finch said to the team. They said in the huddle, this is it. No excuses. Let's figure out a way to win. A couple of players spoke as well, firing up their teammates. A great ending could be in store, guys.
Thank you for that, Allie. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Randle outside. Pass to DiVincenzo. Randall outside.
Inside, you have to try something to stop Randall. But he gets physical right back and draws a good shooting foul.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw misses. Reith, he's checked in for Portland. Good on the second one.
And right about now at this point in the game, there can be a massive difference between a 2- and 3-point advantage.
Sharp against DiVincenzo. To tie it up. And the layup by Sharp. And this game is tied up now.
Yeah, not afraid to finish at the rim. Sharp, just relentless.
And the Timberwolves with possession here. Here's DiVincenzo. Pass to Dillingham. Just 5 on the clock. From behind the arc. And Klingon pulls it down. Klingon's got 5 rebounds in the game. Here's Sharp. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Randall outside. Pass to Dillingham. Into the lane. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And you have to love it. The floor general taking things into his own hands.
Just the aggression they're looking for, man.
Well, it's always a big plus when you have a point guard that can attack the rim like that, puts so much pressure on the defense.
Here's Lillard after the Timberwolves picking up a basket a moment ago.
His shot selection's been poor. If I were coaching this team, he'd be sitting next to me.
Here's McDaniels. Portland with a rebound.
I mean, come on, that's a shot you expect him to make.
Sharp has the open look. On target from about 13 feet. Sharp's got 6 in the quarter.
Well, nice touch on Sharp's mid-range J, and nice to see him expand his game a little into that area.
Here's Dillingham, defended by Lillard. Randall, a screen on Lillard. Pass to DiVincenzo. Sends it home from three-point land. And the Timberwolves lead by 3.
That's inexcusable defense right there. You gotta contest the shot better than that.
The Trailblazers have gone 4 of 7 from the field in the fourth quarter. Lillard outside. Let's go with a 3. It's rebounded by Minnesota. McDaniels got 5 rebounds tonight. Outside, DiVincenzo. Randall, a screen on Sharp. Here's DiVincenzo. And it's Portland with a rebound. Klingon's got 6 rebounds in the game. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Stripped away. Here's the break. For 3, Randall. It's cleared by Damian Lillard. Blazers trail by 3. Here's Thibault. Good. And it's Lillard who picks up the assist.
Great idea by Lillard, using that experience to run the offense.
Minnesota has gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter here in the fourth quarter. Reed, a screen on Lillard. Dillingham. Sharp grabs the miss.
Nice work defensively to contest that shot right at the rim. Nothing easy.
And get up, Dame. Mr. Lillard taking flight.
And Minnesota with possession here. Pass to DiVincenzo. And the three-pointer goes. Coming down the stretch. It's still anyone's game.
Incredible effort and energy on both sides. These guys must be gassed.
And it's Lillard with the ball for the Trailblazers. They trail by 1. And here's Sharp. Lillard outside. Off the mark there with a 3. Minnesota has gone 3 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the third quarter. Here's Dillingham, defended by Lillard. Pass to DiVincenzo. And the Timberwolves hit again from deep.
During this final quarter, he's erupted from outside the arc. Just assume every 3 he takes now is going in.
Blazers trail by 4. Lillard outside. And there's the screen. Three-pointer. Again, the miss by Lillard.
And they need his offense right now, but his shot is just not falling.
DiVincenzo, pass to McDaniels. Now here's Randall. Shot clock at 5. Lets a floater go. They shoot again. Here's McDaniels. Boy, they had their chances. 2 offensive rebounds, but still coming up empty. For Portland, they've gotten 6 of 12 shots to go here in this fourth quarter. Lillard finds Sharp. For 3. Nails it from 3. Sharp's got 23 points.
Well, that's now his 3rd triple of the game. First here in this second half.
DiVincenzo with it. Reed to screen on Sharp. Outside Reed. And here's Dillingham from the arc. And Klingon pulls it down. Klingon's got 7 rebounds in the game.
Well, sometimes it's just not your night. But despite his struggles, they're ahead in the game.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on. Now here's Randall. Pass to McDaniels. It's stolen by Thibault. And you watch Donovan Klingon. He really benefited from that extra year in college, Grant.
Yeah, the development cycle can be a little longer for centers, B.A. He cleaned up a lot offensively and took his strength and conditioning to another level.
Now here's Holiday. Pass to Lillard. Grant outside. Over McDaniels. Out to Lillard. Williams, a screen on Conley. 5 to shoot. Here's Lillard. There's contact, but Lillard slips through.
And they've really managed to dominate inside.
Timberwolves trail by 4. Now Edwards. Randall, a screen on Holiday. Pass to Conley to stop the run. Portland grabs the miss. Lillard's got 4 rebounds now. The pull-up J. And it's Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got rebound number 19 now. Incredible board work. Lillard passes to Grant. Oh, Grant throws it down.
What an explosive athlete. Grant playing well above the rim.
And Chris Finch calls timeout here. No doubt he's going to utilize the opportunity to make sure they're all on the same page here. Minnesota has gone 4 of 8 from three-point land during the fourth. Pass to McDaniels. Randall inside, defended by Avdia. From deep, Conley, book it, and it's Randall with the assist. Randall's got his 4th assist with that last one.
Well, who else but the steady veteran? Mike Conley comes through with the timely bucket.
Conley against Lillard. Williams, a screen on Conley. And here's Lillard from beyond the arc. Goes back up. Williams misses. Timberwolves trail by 3. Conley passes to Edwards. Gobert in the high post. Working on Williams. Here's Edwards. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. It's on Drew Holiday.
He's built like a linebacker, Edwards is. So tough to stop.
Shoot 2.
He drops the first one, and that brings him within 2 here. The Trailblazers making a switch here. Henderson's checked in. And both free throws good for Edwards.
Well, make no mistake, this is exactly who they want at the line in this situation.
Pass to Grant. Over McDaniels. Grant's shot is off. Minnesota shooting 47% since the fourth quarter started. And that one's good from Conley. And the Timberwolves lead by 1.
Captain Clutch, one of Conley's many monikers, appropriate here. Just wow.
We've got 1:08 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Henderson. Pass to Grant. To the middle. Henderson outside. 6 to shoot. Williams with the screen.
Yeah, the long arms, it's difficult to protect your shot from Gobert's reach.
Grant, they'd love to milk the clock here.
No question. They're in a great situation right here. Whoa, that is as clutch as it gets. Big time play.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
And Chauncey Billups calls timeout. There is a lot on the line, and he is determined to make sure everyone's on the same page. Any speculation on what we're going to see coming out of this timeout?
And it would be smart to go for a 2-for-1 right now.
There's 37 seconds left in the game. Henderson. Out of bounds, it'll go to the Timberwolves.
Yeah, a communication breakdown. 2 guys thinking in opposite directions. The pass winds up in the stands.
They can't afford to waste this shot.
Moments like this are what it's all about.
Here's Edwards. There's the drive. Count it!
Well, you need a bucket? Give it to Edwards. He's got that clutch gene.
And Chauncey Billups calls timeout. He's decided it's time to clarify the situation, leaving little room for error. .24 seconds left to play in the fourth. Here's Henderson. Yes! What a beautiful shot. Brings him within 3.
Key points from Henderson. Stepping up. Scoop, young man, scoop. Yeah, just trying to keep this game alive. Not a bad foul right there.
He gets the first, and that gives him a 4-point cushion. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
Great work at the line under pressure. They're that much closer to putting this game away.
Henderson for 3. It's rebounded by Minnesota. 17 points was their biggest margin. And an intentional foul right there. So the first one drops, and that increases the lead to 6. And he's unable to get the second one. Henderson for 3. That one is off. So it's Minnesota picking up the win. Boy, a hard-fought game. They did a great job of holding on to the lead at the end.
Yeah, get the coffee, because that's the way to close. You're going to face some obstacles in the game, but they overcame every one.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. With Grant Hill, Stan Van Gundy, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. And now let's take a look at our player of the game, Rudy Gobert.